Resilience is not just about bouncing back from adversity, it's about bouncing forward into a life of greater meaning, joy, and strength. Good morning, sir. Good morning, team. Today, Shikha Sharma and I will be embarking on an exciting journey into the heart of psychological resilience, the inner strength that enables us to thrive amidst challenges and uncertainties. Our goal is to explore the psychological interventions that can cultivate this resilience, drawing on evidence based practices that can be applied both in clinical and everyday settings. In today's presentation, we'll be covering what resilience is all about, the components of resilience, the theoretical framework, some of the key psychological interventions, how do we measure resilience in addressing the challenges, and a small case study. Firstly, let's see what resilience is. Resilience is a process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility and adjustment to external and internal demands. A number of factors contribute to how people respond to adversities and adapt to those, including the ways in which individuals view and engage with their world, the availability and quality of social resources, and the specific coping strategies that they've developed over time. Now, it's time to see some of the components of resilience. Firstly, emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage and respond to emotional experiences in a healthier manner. It involves recognizing and understanding our emotions, controlling impulsive reactions, and expressing our feelings more appropriately. Next, self efficacy. Self efficacy is the belief in one's ability to handle challenges and achieve goals. It reflects confidence in one's competence to exert control over personal and environmental situations. Third, optimism. Optimism is maintaining a hopeful outlook and expecting positive outcomes, even in the face of adversity. It involves a general expectation that good things will happen and that challenges are temporary and manageable. Fourth, social support. Social support refers to the access to and utilization of a supportive network, family, friends, and community. It includes emotional, informational, and mental assistance provided by others. Following the components, let's take a quick look at the theoretical framework of resilience. Positive psychology. Martin Seligman, one of the pioneers of positive psychology, developed the concept of learned optimism, which teaches individuals to challenge and reframe the negative thoughts. In general, positive psychology encourages the development of positive traits such as hope, gratitude, and perseverance, which are essential for building resilience. These traits help individuals maintain a positive outlook and persist through challenges, fostering a resilient mindset. Next, cognitive behavioral therapy, a widely used and a known evidence based therapeutic approach that addresses dysfunctional thoughts and behavior. It is based on the idea that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected and that changing these negative thought patterns can lead to changes in emotions and behavior. Techniques such as cognitive restructuring and behavioral activation helps individuals develop a more resilient mindset by challenging and changing their unhelpful beliefs and behaviors. Cognitive restructuring basically allows individuals to see challenges from a different perspective, reducing the impact of negative thoughts and promoting a more adaptive response to adversity. Behavioral activation, on the other hand, helps individuals break the cycle of avoidance and inactivity, fostering a sense of control and efficacy. Together, these techniques empower individuals to face difficulties with greater confidence and resilience. Moving forward, let's take a look at some of the psychological interventions to foster resilience. Over to you, Shika.
Thank you, Nirmala, and very good morning, team. So, now we'll talk about what all psychological interventions we can incorporate when it comes to building resilience. So, as you're aware, that psychological interventions are therapeutic methods that we use to address and manage mental health concerns one has and enhance person's psychological well-being. So, first we have here is cognitive behavior therapy, which helps individual reframing negative patterns of thoughts about the self and the world in order to alter the unwanted behavior patterns or treat mood disorders that the person is expressing in outside world. So this is spatially beneficial in building resilience by tackling the root thought process that might impede it. Second, we have mindfulness and acceptance based interventions, which mainly encourages person to be in present. That is in the moment and teaching them how to acknowledge their thoughts, their feelings without any judgment, and that promotes psychological flexibility, which is a core component of the resilience. Third, we have social and strength based interventions which focuses on leveraging personal strengths and fostering supportive network. Techniques include identifying individual strengths and using them to overcome challenges and building a strong social support that can offer assistance during difficult times one is going through. Fourth, we have supportive interventions. This includes creating an environment that encourage positive reinforcement and support. So this involves therapy, support groups, community programs designed to foster a sense of belonging and a support. Now, when we have spoken about all the psychological interventions, other than this, the so much of emphasis we can put on the role of physical health in resilience. So, as much as psychological interventions are required, we also understand that physical health is a foundational to resilience. The importance of exercise, nutrition, and sleep. So engaging in regular exercise, which is you all know that releases endorphins, which is a natural mood lifter that elevates stress. Nutritious diet fuels the body and the brain, enhancing the capacity to manage and stress effectively. Similarly, sufficient sleep, which is supremely important. I have usually seen people taking their sleep routine for granted. So, the sleep not only repairs the body but also consolidates the memories and sharpens the decision making abilities. Next slide, please, Nirmala. Talking about measuring resilience and addressing challenges, though we have various tools available in the market that we can use to measure resilience. However, here I'm mentioning these two: Connor Davidson Resilience Scale and Resilience Scale for Adults. So these scales can help in identifying areas where individuals may need support to enhance their resilience. However, building resilience is not without challenges. So common obstacles include lack of awareness. Many individuals may not recognize the importance of resilience or understand what it entails. Reluctance to seek help. So I'm sure by now you might have come across someone proving that yes, there is still a stigma today associated with seeking help for emotional psychological issues. Some people may view needing help as a sign of weakness. Some may fear the judgment from others. Saying like, going to psychologist, what? Am I mad or what? So moving on. Environmental factors that limit access to resources necessary for building resilience. This can include limited availability of mental health services, socioeconomic barriers, and living in areas with high levels of stress, and few support system. Uh, um, and also some cultural factors. which influences neurobiological basis of resilience. I've given here link to a couple of research papers which talks about how culture can influence one's resilience. So how their cultural conditioning shapes it. Moving to the case study, Nirmala. Yes. So now this is a case study where these interventions have successfully helped an individual overcoming some significant adversities, highlighting the practical application and effectiveness of the resilience based strategies. So, Jane Doe is a 38 years old emergency room nurse, and she has been working in a high pressure urban hospital setting for the over 10 years. Recently, she began experiencing signs of burnout, decreased job satisfaction, due to the intense demands of her role. Challenges that she's been facing are high level of stress, emotional exhaustion, difficulty in maintaining focus, enthusiasm at her workplace, and increased irritability with colleagues and the patient. Now, talking about the intervention, so combination of CBT, mindfulness based stress reduction approach, and stress based interventions were introduced. So CBT has addressed negative thought patterns contributing to her stress and burnout by focusing on identifying and restructuring her negative beliefs about her work and capabilities. Mindfulness based activities enhance her ability to manage stress through increased awareness and acceptance of her present experiences. So, in this, we have used mindfulness meditation, body awareness, five senses work, and so on. Along with all this, we have strength-based activities which focused on our inherent strengths and how these can leverage to overcome challenges. So, activities include identifying personal strength, setting realistic goals, and developing some strategies to use these strengths in a stressful situation. In fact, in person's daily life. So with time, we observed that this has all contributed to improving the clients or the patients or the persons improved resilience and job performance, decreased symptoms of burnout, uh, yeah, so enhancing personal and professional relationships along with a renewed passion for her job role. And along with this, now if we talk about the real life example, we have our very own Mary Kom, Indian Olympic boxer, who had faced numerous challenges, both inside and outside the ring. From a very humble beginning in Manipur, Mary faced whatnot, societal, economic hurdles, but rose to become a world champion and Olympic medalist. So, down the line, what we understand here is that building resilience takes time, takes one's commitment. And this all starts with asking your client why. So, why is it important for him or her to have a resilience? Let the person explore his motive to begin with. Over to Nirmala.
Thank you so much, Shikha. Moving to the conclusion. Resilience does not eliminate stress or erase life's difficulties. People who possess this quality don't see life through rose colored lenses. They understand that setbacks happen and that sometimes life is hard and painful. They still experience the negative emotions that come after a tragedy, but their mental outlook allows them to work through these feelings and recover. In addition to the above mentioned techniques to foster and build resilience, there are some very possible and practical strategies which we can implement in our day to day life to enhance our resilience. Some of which include practicing mindfulness, cultivating a strong social network for oneself, setting more realistic goals, and seeking help whenever needed. Doing these enable us to navigate through life's challenges with greater strength and optimism. By understanding the importance of resilience, utilizing the key techniques, measuring its impact, addressing the challenges, we can foster a more resilient mindset in ourselves and others. Moving forward, we have a small quiz for all of you. First, which theoretical framework focuses on strengths, virtues, and positive traits? A. Cognitive behavioral therapy. B. Psychoanalysis. C. Positive psychology. And D. Behavioral therapy. I guess most of you must have guessed it right. The answer is positive psychology. Next, what is the primary goal of behavioral activation in CBT? To avoid stressful situations, to increase engagement in positive activities, to focus solely on relaxation, to analyze past traumas. The answer is B, to increase engagement in positive activities. With this, we come to the end of the presentation. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for active listening and participation. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Great. Thank you for an interesting presentation, team. We will move towards the feedback. Muskan Kataria, any feedback from you? Ria, any feedback from you? Ria Savan. All right. Ritu, any feedback from you? Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you. Urvi, any feedback from you?
It was a great presentation. Nothing to add. Thank you.
Great. Anyone else would like to give their feedback or ask any questions? All right. Thank you everyone for participating. Over to you, sir. We are done with the research presentation.
Thank you very much, guys. Interesting presentation. Good job, guys. Moving on then, is anything